All right, and we are live, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Foodie Fridays. We're out here in Des Moines this time. This is our first, Waukee to be specific, but we are out here for our first Foodie Friday in Central Iowa at Central Standard. How appropriate. Today with me, I have Adam Feller from Avidity Creative and the Food Business Podcast, as well as Andy Crounce from Central Standard out here. He's the GM. He's brought us a boatload of food to try while we talk today. He's going to explain some of these features to us. We're going to talk about a little bit about Adam's podcast, and then where the recent boom in microbrews and local restaurant and dining local and supporting local came from. So, Adam, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I guess my background is in graphic design. I've been a designer now for about almost 10 years, I guess, but just recently went on my own and started Avidity Creative, where now we're doing branding and graphic design for food industry businesses, so lots of restaurants and breweries, and so we're working with some craft coffee roasters and things like that. So yeah, so that's what we do, I guess. And then also the podcast, like Michael had mentioned, I host the Food Business Podcast, where it's a weekly show on iTunes and Google Music, Stitcher, a couple other places.
Yeah.
And we typically have a guest on for about a half hour to talk about their experience, either owning a restaurant or some other type of food business.
Yep.
And then get some experience and try to provide some advice to people who want to start their own restaurant or brewery. So,
yeah, that's exactly. You said it for me. I was going to say, if you are listening by chance and run, operate, or looking to do so with your own restaurant, it's a great resource to learn from people who have done it before. And then, Adam's also a resource that can help you make yourself look really good.
Right, yeah, exactly.
If you did tune into the podcast, this is the second time Andy and I have been doing this type of stuff together. We were on the Insight on Business podcast before. But Andy, last time we didn't get to eat food. That's what I like about this show, is we get to eat some food. So what do we got here today? I mean, I'm seeing a lot of different burgers, some sauces, some soups. And I mean, I guess I can start with this one. This is a cheese curd, and these are delicious. And they're made with what kind of beer?
Five Cities beer, the Bulldog Blonde. This is our signature beer from Five Cities, which is our brewery.
Yep.
Located in Bettendorf, which you know,
yep.
Obviously. And those cheese curds are, I call them transcendent. They are absolutely, they're world renowned. Everybody that tries them.
We should all have one.
We serve it with this Chipotle ranch, so absolutely try that. They're 100% white cheddar Wisconsin curds that we do in a Five Cities beer batter. So it's they are light and airy, almost like tempura style, as far as having that breading on there, not that real thick pre-breaded style.
Yeah.
And then of course cheesy.
Oh man.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you think it's good when you just eat it by itself, and then you dip it in the ranch. And you're like, oh, how could that get even better?
Yeah.
And yes, it does get better, folks. So definitely come out here and try some cheese curds.
With the burgers, I wanted to go. I picked our four most popular.
Okay.
These aren't my four favorite, and not because they're not great. I just like off the beaten path a little bit.
Yeah.
Like when we were here with Michael, we talked about the soul burger. That was one of my favorites: kimchi, sesame aioli, and then the sunny side burger.
Oh yeah.
Put a sunny egg on, truffle aioli. Those are in my wheelhouse because I'm a weirdo. But
no, you're not. You're just a fun guy.
right. But these are our most popular, and these are. We'll start with. This is our basic, and I make sure that you each could get a quarter of each of these burgers.
Yeah.
So once
Yeah, look at that.
try it.
They cut it all up for us.
Handy.
So
All
this
right.
is our CS burger, Central Standard burger, and this is pretty much your run-of-the-mill cheeseburger, except nothing here is run-of-the-mill. We make our own buns fresh every day. Everything is done to order, so it's not run-of-the-mill in that the same one you're going to have everywhere else. But it's our basic burger. So you've got the two patties, American cheese, lettuce, tomato, onion on our house buns.
That is really awesome to know that you guys make these buns daily.
Every day.
I didn't even know that.
Yep, all of our
places
bread,
do that.
and it takes a lot. It's a labor of love. There's a lot that goes into it, but we feel as though it does elevate our burger.
Yeah.
The next place down the road. And, if we're going to do it, we want it to be amazing. So,
Well, and you guys are definitely amazing. I mean, like I'm from Bettendorf, so I've seen Central Standard start out and just blow up on the scene and grow. And, you know, now a few years later, you're out here in Waukee, which is just amazing. And like, you know, part of what we were going to talk about today with Adam is like, what is it that you do to help restaurants like Central Standard, like make a scene or like blow up on the scene? Because like what we were talking about before the podcast is you used to be excited 10 years ago. You're like, oh man, we got this X chain, like a chain came to town. You're really excited about a chain restaurant coming in town. And now we're really excited about a new Central Standard or a new Crust Pizza or a new Five Cities. Like, what do you guys think like is leading to that? Is it just innovation or just supporting local or what?
I think it's kind of like you said, even just with the bun, is that it's being a little unique. Where if you go to a chain restaurant, it's obviously they want the consistency from one restaurant to the next. But when you compare it to a local restaurant, a chain restaurant is just trying to pump out food as best they can, or like it's just so commercialized. And we really want, I think, really as customers, we really want an experience that's unique. So we want food that's made from scratch. We don't want something that's made from a machine that is brought from 1,500 miles away.
Yeah.
We want something that just has good flavor, and the best way to get that is from things that are from nearby, that's fresh produce or the beef that you use is from a farm down the road or something. So we know that it's fresh. So I think that is something that really is driven, like what you said, this emergence of breweries and local restaurants.
So you brought up a good point, made from scratch. I have a lot of beef with homemade. It's not homemade. It's made in a commercial establishment. It's like it's made from scratch. That's just me, though. It's like I know, like, oh, homemade, huh? Would you make that this morning and bring it to work with you? It's just like I don't want it then. No, but I do like, you know, homemade, made from scratch, whatever you call it. It's just I just, you know, like to nitpick sometimes. But it sounds like you guys do a lot of that here. So like, tell us a little bit more about maybe the soup or another one of these burgers. What way are we going to go next on this gastronomical experience you have?
Right. We'll go this way.
All right.
And then I want to finish up with the oh no, because that one's something special.
Yes, that's my favorite.
Excellent. So the next up is going to be our barbecue bacon burger. And this is arguably our most popular burger. And this one's going to be the two beef patties with cheddar cheese, aged cheddar, bacon, and onion strings. So of course, you know, the industry standard for onion strings are pre-frozen. We don't do that. You know, we cut them fresh, we make it, we bread them, and you know, and kind of to touch on Adam's point, you said why we're more excited now. I think a lot of it too is there's the average guest is better educated now. You know, 10 years ago we were content to eat frozen, pre-breaded frozen things because that's what we had.
We didn't know better.
Yep. And as places like Central Standard have come around and shown us that there's a better way to go about it, you know, now hey, wait a second, this is better. And I think that really plays to the quality and the ingenuity of the people doing it. It definitely separates the wheat from the chaff, if that makes sense.
I think people come to appreciate it more too. You know, like you touched on that already too. But you know, people just appreciate the work that the chefs at a restaurant are putting into a recipe and actually into the ingredients that are going in it. And a lot of what we do when I'm working with clients is, and then I'm actually working with clients a lot of times when they're just starting out, right? Because that's where branding is the most crucial. I don't have many restaurants that going to me and wanting to rebrand. There's a lot of times you're doing branding from the start, and what we do is help them figure out what makes them unique. So whether it is recipes or whether it is an ambiance or an experience at the restaurant, we're helping them figure out what makes that unique, and then actually pushing that as part of the brand. Right? So,
how much guidance or steering do you have? Like, if someone's like 80% there, you're like, just go this extra mile and then we can brand it this way, or like, does that ever happen? Or a lot of times are they like already there, you just help them tell their story better?
Well, both cases.
Yeah.
Probably more so the latter, like you said. But there are times where I can tell that they have an idea and they just kind of need a little push off the ledge. You know, they have they're very close to being what they need to be. But it's a lot of times, and I think most business owners run into this, or at least young business owners, is you kind of don't want to take a huge risk because you're afraid of the loss that you might end up with. But if you don't end up taking that risk a little bit and just kind of pushing the envelope a little bit, you end up hurting yourself. So it's kind of, I don't want to say easy, but it's good for me to like push those clients to really
out of their comfort zone
and find something that's actually unique to them.
And you can do that because it's an industry expert, people. That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about brand, like how to promote your restaurant and how to run your restaurant. So Andy I always love hanging out with you. It's only been a few times, but it's always a blast. And one of the first things, like, I went back and talked about you. I was like, that guy gets it. The first podcast we were on, the way you talked about, like, restaurant industry, you don't think about, like, leadership. It was like, you just exemplified that. Like, the first time of the podcast, the things you were saying, I'm like, that stuff I see at, like, conferences I go to, you know? But, man, I think that has something to do with, like, the service and the product and the quality. And, like, people are, like, like he talked about consistency, and that's what, like, sometimes chains are after. But it's like, that doesn't mean that you guys aren't after that as well, right? And, like, making sure that this burger comes out the same way all the time. And that's, like, I mean, I think kudos to you guys because it is always as good as the last time, if not better. So
making sure that's the same here as it is at your other location.
Yeah, like if you're like
because this is the first time I've been here. So far it's so good. Your food is delicious. But when I go to the other location is in Bettendorf. Yeah. So next time I'm in Bettendorf in the area and I stop by, I've been having an expectation already from what this burger is going to be like and what these cheeseburgers are going to be like. And if they're not the same, I'm probably not coming back just because I know that there's like there's some discrepancies of the difference. But when they are the same, it's just kind of a reassurance that these guys know what they're talking about.
Yep.
What they're doing.
That's a big part of what we had said, that the mountain we had climbed when we opened here is that the original Central Standard is highly regarded, and it does such a great job. We wanted to make sure that we upheld those high standards when we opened this with these high Central Standards, if you will.
Yeah.
when we open this one, it's important that people know that they can come here for quality just like they can go there for quality.
Did they take you to the Bettendorf location before they made you run this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. We're quite a bit more blessed. One with room and space, and two with layout. Just having stubbed their toe once or twice in the original, kind of had a real good idea of what not to do, if you will.
Yeah.
So we definitely were the beneficiaries of that.
Well, and it's like maybe. Well, it's like you said, stub their toes because they put it in a building that really couldn't hold the demand.
Exactly.
But that led to them opening up 5 Cities Brewing, and now you can get all the same great food literally 10 yards away in the brewery. They just walk it across and it's unbelievable.
Right.
It's like, and 5 Cities is great, and it's brewed in Bettendorf. Shout out to Matt, former classmate of mine, actually. So I'm actually drinking his New England IPA, the NEPA, as they call it, right? This one is the Yukonot, and then over here we have the Porter, but I'm not sure the name on the Porter.
That's the Brown Betty.
Brown Betty Porter. So 5 Cities, yes, they are located in Bettendorf, but you can get it out here in the Des Moines area at Central Standard, and you guys are distributing now, which is awesome. Kudos to you guys and Matt and everybody else that's doing that. Because, it's not just we're having burgers today, having some stuff, but you guys are also known for craft shakes, beer, craft beer. Tacos are great, too. Like, what else do you have that we're not trying today?
Okay, so, of course, we have the 24 beers on tap, all craft. We have no domestic on tap.
Yep. Well, I'd like to correct you if I'm wrong. You have all domestic on tap because, as we know, the big three, Coors, Bud Light, and Miller Lite, are no longer American-owned.
That's true.
Just like the homemade, I have an issue with domestic, too, because all of these are brewed in America, people.
The verbiage on that is
a
little fishy.
It's a little fishy. But so we have American domestic craft beer is what we have.
Exactly.
All right.
So then, in addition, you touched on the shakes. We are known for the shakes. They are amazing. If you have not had our shakes, you can come here and try them. They are
just look at the photos.
Yeah.
You know, my goodness.
Go on Facebook, check those out. I mean, Rachel takes our pictures. She has, she has a way to make something amazing look even better.
Yeah.
Beyond me.
Instagram filters.
Right.
Yeah, right. Let's be honest. We all need filters, guys. That's right. But Facebook Live doesn't have filters for us.
So one of my favorites, and this is what I brought up, the mac and cheese.
Oh.
I brought we call it our basic mac and cheese because it's 3 cheese, but it's anything but basic. We start from our own bechamel, which if you're familiar with the traditional French cooking terms, bechamel is okay.
No, I'm not. Tell me about it.
What? You're not?
Base as in B-A-S-E?
No, it's a bechamel, which is a B-A-C-H-A-M-E-L. There's probably
Andrew, spelling bee champion.
I was pretty sure you said Bay Chanel.
Okay.
Like Queen Bee.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, man, maybe French is above my head, so awesome.
But they're what are called mother sauces.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that from those base sauces you can make just about anything.
Yeah.
And for lack of more description, it is cream and butter that's been cooked down and condensed, and then of course we use that, add in our cheese, and that's why obviously it's real easy to buy frozen mac and cheese or to make glue box, craft dinner. Well, that doesn't fit into what we do.
No.
So we make it from scratch every day. And like I said, it's hard to call it basic, and please feel free to try it. But this is our 3 cheese mac and cheese that we,
let's do it.
From start to finish.
Oh, that is cheesy.
That is.
I'd love to tell you slow cow, but
picture perfect.
Right. Yeah, that's the slow-mo video.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Adam's doing the marathon this Sunday, so this is great for carb loading.
Our chef Kirk is also running the marathon with you on Sunday. So I've got $50 that says he finishes in the top 200.
Really?
Oh. Yeah, I told him he can't lose any money on that.
Who'd you bet? The servers or who?
Him.
Oh, him? Well, you said now he controls your
he's
day.
Slow down right at the end.
He's gonna get to the finish line at like 1 hour 50 minutes and just have a beer for 10.
Yeah, right.
They said if he can get past mile 6, he knows he'll finish. But if not, that'll be where.
I think he means mile 26. There's a lot can go wrong between 6 and 26.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is, again, we call it the basic one. It's anything but.
So is it baked?
Yes. Yep. So we finish it in a saute pan and then bake it. That's where you get that gooey cheese on top.
Yeah.
But in addition to this, we also have our buffalo mac and cheese. It's going to have buffalo chicken, blue cheese, green onions, the buffalo wing sauce.
I'm just gonna like show you guys the stringiness. Oh, I mean, this is.
And the caramelization on the top of this cheese, I could just eat the top crust of that.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
You can tell he's run the restaurant industry too. Caramelization of the cheese. I just call it melted cheese, but caramelization of the cheese is great.
Start learning some of the terminology a little bit.
Yeah.
I have not heard bechamel though.
I was gonna say I already forgot about bechamel until you said it again. I was like, what is bechamel? I like it though.
For a little bit of physics, science, the caramelization is when it cooks enough that the sugar starts to release. Thus
okay.
So when you talk about sauteed onions, often you'll see caramelized onions because
okay.
When they cook out, they'll release that natural sugar.
Gotcha.
Where you get that from.
Yeah.
I mean, it could also be just pouring caramel on top.
Yeah, that's the shakes.
This is a mac and cheese Sunday now.
We also do one that's our brisket mac and cheese. So we house smoke our brisket and then do our onion strings like we did with the bacon, and that's on top.
Yeah, mine's gone already.
It was around here. Somewhere.
Yeah.
And then there's my personal favorite, which is the bacon and egg mac and cheese.
Woo!
So we take that mac and cheese, we top it with crispy bacon, and then a sunny side egg on top. So when you break that egg in there, that yolk mixes in with the cheese, makes it even creamier than it already is. It's an exercise in decadence. It really is just amazing.
Man, I mean, I'm not I'm getting full, but I'm already hungry again, right?
Warms the stomach.
Awesome.
Just thinking.
Right.
So
opulent.
yeah,
We do. We
man.
go over the top.
So before we get full.
Right.
I thought like little small quarter-sized burgers, I'd be okay, but
Yeah, we got two.
we got 2 more burgers. All right, so what is this one?
This one is the pub burger.
The pub.
That's, probably our 4th most popular burger.
You got them all ranked. You got some onion strings on here, I see.
Yep. So that's going to have onion strings, the 2 all-beef patties, aged cheddar. That's also going to have a bacon jam that we make here in-house every day, as well as the pimento beer cheese that we also make here in-house. So for those of you that aren't aware, pimento is really just it's like a pepper. It's really all it is. Think of it as a red bell pepper, but a little bit sweet.
So, funny story on the pimento. I ordered a pimento burger one time. My wife and I tried to do the vegan thing for a while.
Sure.
And not because I'm eating beef today, guys. Let's be honest. It's not about the animals. It's about health. But anyways, we went out one night and I ordered a pimento burger thinking pimento was a bean, not a cheese. That's where I was like halfway through my pimento burger. I'm like, this thing tastes like real beef. I was like, this is so good for a vegan burger. My wife goes, what burger did you get again? I was like, the pimento burger. She was like, shook her head. She's like, you idiot. Like, that's the cheese. It's a beef burger patty. I'm like, that's why it tastes so much like beef.
It was so close to actually beef.
Yeah, but that's because, I don't know caramelized, the Bruce de Chanel. Like, I don't know the restaurant terminology. Like, I was like, pimento, cool. Let's do a bean burger.
I've always heard that beef is the next best thing to beef.
Yes, beef is the next best thing to beef.
That's the substitute. Beef is the best substitute.
It is. Yeah.
Oh,
so
man.
I have to ask, because I'm just curious. So when I've seen plenty of burgers have a bacon jam on it or some other kind of jam. How do you make jam out of bacon?
So really, it starts with a simple syrup. So and a simple syrup is called that because it's sugar and water. But we make equal parts typically, and you'll see that a lot used at the bar, the sweet things. But we reduce that down to almost a gelatin, and then we take that and add in our crispy bacon, and it takes quite a bit of filtering because if you were to mix that in with bacon is greasy.
Yeah.
Let's all be honest about what it is here. If you leave that grease in there, it's just going to gelatinize into that simple syrup reduction or that gelatin, and that makes for a unpleasant or unfavorable texture and flavor. So it takes a lot of draining, soaking, pressing to make sure that we get that bacon down to just about the only pork belly in that particular kernel of meat.
Yeah.
And then adding in that simple syrup, that reduced simple syrup gelatin, and that's how we get that consistency of a bacon.
That was a good question, Adam, because I never knew myself. And the first time I ever had bacon jam was at Central Standard, and my dumb butt, whatever, whatever I could say. I was like,
Facebook, right?
yeah, it's Facebook, no censorship here. I said, can I get a couple of extra strips of bacon on there? And the guy's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, can I get the jam on it? Like, I didn't know. It was so new. Like, I'd never heard of bacon jam before Central Standard opened in Bettendorf. I went there, and, it was so good, I, left, I felt like such an idiot afterwards. I've never done it since. I've never been like, hey, put the bacon jam on the side and put some strips on there for me. I'm just like, bacon jam is so good. Way over what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more like a jelly.
Sure.
Or, a grape, a cold,
absolutely.
Gelatin. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Like Concord
bacon.
Yeah.
Exactly. Bacon flavoring that sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. But
you can buy that at the store.
Sure.
But
yeah, and
I won't.
Right.
yeah, I won't. Yeah, hearing how it's made makes me even like it even more. I already, like I said, I like it. I love bacon jam, and I'll get it on the side, or I'll ask them to add it to burgers that don't have it because I like it so much. But yeah, I remember my first time being like, "What the heck is that?" And then now loving it and loving it even more, hearing about how it's made because I had no idea.
Yeah, I'm surprised that you don't just pluck the bacon off the bacon tree.
Yeah.
Or the bacon vine, I suppose.
If I could have 2 things grow on trees, it'd be bacon and money. Let's be honest here, people. Awesome. All right, so we are down to my favorite burger.
Yes, we saved it for
This is the heart attack on a plate. But if you run marathons like Adam or my wife or something like that, we will enjoy this last burger here we got. Now, I'm going to get up here, so while you describe this, I can show them the layers of this burger.
So this is kind of what we're known for. This is our signature burger. It's called the Oh No Burger. And the reason it's called the Oh No Burger, when it was originally introduced in Central Standard North, it was the Oh No He or She Didn't burger. That got to be a little bit more than we wanted to spout out every time we said it. So it got reduced to the Oh No Burger. But of course, it starts with our fresh baked bun, our all beef patties, Wisconsin American, and then we top it with our amazing transcendent cheese curds that we make in house and fried pickles.
Oh yeah.
So as if the burger itself wasn't enough, we load and load and load
and load it up.
We put our house-made buffalo. Our made here. How would you prefer we say that?
Made from scratch.
Made from scratch.
There we go. Made from scratch buffalo ranch. And I do like to point out, we do make everything in house. We don't even use a seasoning packet for our ranch dressing. Typically, even if you make it in the building, you'll use that Hidden Valley seasoning packet. We use we go from dry to earth. Everything it is made fresh here daily.
That
includes our buffalo ranch, our chipotle ranch, everything that we do in.
How are those different?
And
buffalo or chipotle ranch?
So chipotle is a dried jalapeno or a smoked jalapeno.
Okay.
So we basically take those smoked jalapenos, we buzz them down in a food processor, and we add that back to the ranch, so you get that chipotle ranch. And you also notice in that particular barbecue, we have 2 different barbecue sauces. But that one's a honey chipotle, so it still has that same smoked jalapeno flavor.
Nice
little
bit.
Yep. And then we do the honey to kind of mitigate the spice, because we don't want it to be approachable for everyone.
Yeah.
But we still want to have some backbone to it. Now the buffalo ranch, of course, is going to be made with that traditional buffalo style spice and seasoning sauce.
Oh man, there's a reason why I like that. When you said that Western burger was like number 1 or one of the most popular ones, I was like, I don't know, it's good, but I don't know. The Oh No, it has a special place in my heart for some reason. It's like, and like sometimes if you go to a restaurant, I'll tell you a little tip. You're like, oh, I don't know if we want to get an appetizer tonight. Get this burger. It's got 2 appetizers. You can get fried pickles and cheese curds. 2 appetizers. Then you put the bun back on and you have a normal cheeseburger. Yeah, I mean, like,
you got entree and an app in one.
Yeah, dude. It's like, and I've done that. But sometimes I eat it with it on top. But literally, I've done that before. I take the bun off, I pick at the toppings, and then I eat a normal cheeseburger afterwards. It's just Central Standard, so creative, so innovative, great stuff. But yeah, man. So we're starting to wrap towards the end. I forgot to do a couple giveaways or announcements. Oops. If you're still here, we were distracted. If you're still here, like, comment, share this video for a chance to win either Quad City Storm or Iowa Wild hockey tickets, since Central Standard is a Quad City and Des Moines-based business. Wherever you are from, we will give you hockey tickets for the appropriate town. And then also, you can get $5 off any $25 purchase at Central Standard, Crust, and 5 cities with the Blue Jacket app in both Des Moines and the Quad Cities. Andy's like, wait, I got to manage the Iowa City location? Maybe. God, that would be awesome. I don't know. Maybe I put that in Rachel's ear. I don't know yet. So we shall see. Adam, anything we need to know? How can we get in contact with Avidity Creative or follow the Food Business Podcast? Spout out the socials and the handles and the websites for us.
So definitely follow Avidity Creative on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and they're all just at Avidity Creative. Pretty easy.
Yep.
Here's the spelling, so you can see it. Because some people when I mumble, which happens all the time, or people think I said Advidity or something else odd. Anyways, but all the social media channels, and then the Food Business Podcast is also right now being promoted through those social media channels. So check out the Food Business Podcast on iTunes, Google Music, Stitcher, TuneIn, and if you follow me on the Avidity Creative channels, then you'll just see those promotions. And it's a weekly show. about 30 minutes, so it's just long enough for a commute, but not too long, not enough to really bore you. And we have some really cool guests on there.
Yeah.
Talk about their experience with running restaurants and other food businesses.
Yeah, coffee, breweries, restaurants, you name it.
Yeah, one of our the first couple episodes I had was actually really fun. Was the people who managed the social media accounts for Wendy's were on there. They were a really cool group.
Oh,
so
yeah.
They're one of the best accounts on the planet.
Yeah, so we had a good time talking about what how they do what they do with their accounts. So,
Yep, there's some of their main jokes that are slipping to mind, but man, just if you've never seen the Wendy's Twitter account, just go Google Wendy's Twitter roast, like, don't ever talk trash to Wendy's Twitter.
No.
Don't, because they will get you. You're not clever. You're not as clever as you think you are. They will get you, for sure.
So definitely if you know chefs or other people in the restaurant industry who should be listening to that, let them know, because they may not be watching this right now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Awesome.
Could you, and I'm out of touch, and it's very clear, and there's probably some other people like me. You had said a Stitcher, is that another?
Yeah, so Stitcher is like, I don't know if you're familiar with, maybe he'll help you. It is just like, it's just a platform that has podcasts. And I'm
Stitcher
sure
is also like what we call, like, in the app, like, bloatware on your phone. It's one of the ones that comes
real heavy.
Well, no, it just comes default
sure.
on a lot of, like, I don't know what phone they have partnerships with. They're like, I don't know, like HTC or Samsung or LG or something. Like, it's one of the apps on their phone that comes preloaded and like you can't really take it off because of their agreement. But like, it does have value. I mean, bloatware is a negative term, but it's like one of those preloaded apps on your phone. But it's no different than Google Play, SoundCloud.
No, I use a jitterbug for a phone, so pretty old school.
Oh man.
So it's just another place you can listen to podcasts.
Gotcha.
Although most people listen on iTunes, this just seems to be the easiest. But
I've been doing it from my Google Home lately. You can just,
I
didn't realize how convenient that was.
They need to, this isn't a paid sponsorship or anything, but I tell everybody this. Google Play family plan, 6 people, $15 a month. It's $250 a person. It gives you unlimited podcast music, all commercial free, over 40 million songs, and the kicker is YouTube Red, no cost for 6 people. It's like, I got friends that pay like $10 a month. Like, my cousin dates one of my friends, or they're engaged. They both pay like for premium, like Pandora. I'm like, why? That's $20 for 2 people. I'm like, you get the same thing with $15 for 6 people. Give it to your parents or your friends. Like, it's just unbelievable. So that's my plug for them. But it's like, they don't pay me yet.
send an invoice.
Send this in, because I mean, but it's just, I mean, unbelievable the amount of like money you can save with that, I guess. But anyways, we sort of talked about the food. What do you got, like anything fall going on here or promotions that get people in and come see you guys? Or what's the last pitch here to these people? They're not convinced.
All right. If you haven't downloaded the Blue Jacket app, please do get yourself a
paid sponsorship.
You get $5 off on 25, which if you have been keeping track, we do $5 5 Cities beers, kind of introduce you to the market. So free beer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Download Blue Jacket, get free beer. There's I think there's also a half off appetizer on there right now. So a lot of cool stuff. Plus, come by. We're just regularly giving stuff out.
Yeah.
We like you to come by.
Yep. Awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate everybody tuning in today. Thank you, Adam and Andy, for being great guests. Obviously, you're both very well adept at the restaurant industry, talking about things I've never heard of before. But same with the users. I'm sure they enjoyed hearing about Briche Ballet or whatever and caramelization. So remember to like, comment, share this video for a chance to win those hockey tickets, and download the app if you haven't yet. I don't know why you're watching this video if you haven't downloaded it yet, but come to Central Standard. I almost said Iowa City again. I think it's a foretelling. I think they're coming to Iowa City.
But, to now.
Yeah, right. Everybody's gonna be looking around Iowa City. Des Moines, Bettendorf. You got it, people. See you next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.